Hold on. Can you do my intro?
Yeah. Hey guys. I shaved my beard, as you can tell. I debated cutting my hair, but I thought, I don't know, I look like a girl with this long hair. I don't know, but if I cut my hair, then it would just take longer to go back, and I've been working on this a really long time. And but the beard will just come back. Yeah, everybody's gonna say a lot of stuff about it because they always comment when I shave my face.
Just kidding. It's not me. That's my wife. That's Sarah.
You look like a girl.
No, I do look like a girl.
I'm wearing a red shirt.
Yeah, I know.
No beard.
No beard. We're the same. Was that me? Who was that? What's going on? What kind of weird Shred Diary intro is this, Max? I shaved. Who's say? It's weirder pondering now. It's harder to ponder. No, I wanted to shoot my intro now. Super stoked. Don't have a lot of time. It's kind of gross out, but yeah, so I'm gonna go pick up my son from preschool in a bit, but I wanted to do this intro now. I think we're gonna do what I'm gonna call this is like the customer service test, where I want to call a bunch of different one-wheel companies like the Float Life, One Wheel Parts, Craft and Ride, Future Motion, see if they answer, and then just like talk to them for like 5 minutes each. Or, I don't know, maybe longer if the conversation's going good. I don't know, how it's going to go or who's going to answer or whatever. But I think it would just be a fun way to like see like, if these people are really about it, their customer service. Do they answer the phone when I call? So that'll be fun. Also, yeah, I guess I wanted to do a little bit of a talk about what happened at Oak City. That was the last episode. That was crazy, right? I had a lot of fun, and I didn't win. Dang it! But I did kind of win because I made a lot of friends, and I had a really good time, and I think I could have won. Man, it would have been great to have won. I feel like if this episode was after I had won, everyone would be like, oh my god! Like, if that POV was me. But I'm super glad it was to lose to Sebastian. What a great dude. I've been talking to him like every day now. He loves the edit. That'll be a really fun memory for him. And yeah, I'm really glad that it happened the way it happened. It's raining like a little bit right now. Let me stand under here. Anyways, yeah, what a great guy. He said while he was racing, everyone was like cheering for me. And he was like, nobody knows who I am. Everyone was just like, oh, Max, what's up? And that was kind of cool. Like, so these people, a lot of people like walked up to me at the festival and like talked to me because of the Shred Diary. And so all those people that did that, all my new friends, like, that's awesome. It was great to meet you. And it's cool that this has allowed me to do that. And yeah, it makes me feel really special. I love it. I love all the good vibes, all the compliments. Everyone's like super nice. Everyone was super nice to me. So that was great. I love it. I'm loving this. This is amazing. I also like the reason why it's been a while too. I should explain myself for these videos being sporadic is because I just directed these Shred Diaries for my son's preschool and just like giving the kids the camera and they were like running around with it and it was so much fun. I love like doing that, and also like when I put the camera on the other racers, it's like that makes me feel like I'm like filmmaking when I'm editing people other than myself. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I've been having so much fun doing that, so that's why I haven't done this in a while. But it feels good. This is fun to talk again and to the camera. And yeah, I had a really good time even though I didn't win, and got some sick footy. And maybe next year. It's what basically like it made me really hungry for next year. And I think I said in the beginning of that episode my goal was just to like have fun and stay on my board, or I forget what I said. Part of it was like having fun, have a good experience, and I did that. So in that sense I won. We're all winners. And yeah, the Dirt Surfers is coming up this week. All these people are like posting about dirt. I want to go so bad. I've never had a worse FOMO. I'm almost dying. I'm like looking at plane tickets. Like my wife would like leave. It feels like, should I just go out for a pack of cigarettes and never come back? I'm just kidding. Next year though, that looks like really fun. There's these like hotels, like a shitty hotel on the side of the trail that like Jeff Adair is staying at, like all the pros, and like that's what I want to book for next year. That looks really fun. All the events are like super stacked on each other, and yeah, coming off that episode, like that was so much fun. Like this episode is not going to be as exciting as like a race, POV. And yeah, that feeling that when you're like at the top of the starting line and it's like the gate's about to drop, like that intensity is like what I didn't realize how much I loved that and how that affected me. Sorry, I see there's a raindrop on the thing. And yeah, it did totally change. So in that video you can see where I like grab Sebastian throw him down at the end. And I did not, obviously, I didn't do that on purpose. I said I would elaborate in the last video. I, like, was trying to win, and the finish line, or I thought the finish line was right there. And, just, like, that urge to push through and get... I didn't even realize I touched him. And then we were watching the video, like, in front of the people, the race director or whatever, and he's like, yeah, so... First of all, that is called an illegal dive bomb tactic, what you did. You took his line and you basically threw him to the ground. And I was like, dude, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. And then, yeah, the finish line, there wasn't a finish line. But then they said there was one after, whatever. It's a lesson, right? Learned a lesson. And yeah, there's a bunch of lessons learned, a bunch of like dramatic stuff happened also that I don't really feel like talking about right now. If you want to talk to me about it, or you're curious, or you heard about all the different gossip and stuff that was going on at the race, we can talk about it in my DMs or whatever, but I don't feel like doing a whole shred diary about it and bringing down the vibe. And yeah, but yeah, there was some controversies, and let's just say that the Clydesdale class is shaping up to be the most entertaining, dramatic one-wheel class in the whole racing league. And they don't have us at the Race for the Rail, the Super Bowl one-wheel race yet. But when we get there, and if they allow it, I am going to go so hard. I'm going to be at every single race, have the best shred diaries, and I'm going to be there. And I'm gonna manifest me going to Race for the Rail, Clydesdale Championship Finals 2025 next year. I really want One Wheel Racing League reposted some of my clips, so that shows that they're watching. They know, they're entertained by it. I did a good job. The music, oh my god, I worked so hard on choosing the right music. Did you like it? I think people liked it. I'm pretty stoked on it. And yeah, that would be really cool. So yeah, it's raining right now a little bit. So also my knee is super jacked. That's the other thing I wanted to explain. I'm like, you can see me running up to Sebastian at the end, right? And then we jump up and down, and he lands on my knee, his full body, and it's just totally, it feels really bad still. It's been over a week, and my knee is still not healed. And it will be okay, but I have extreme celebration PTSD. So if you see me at these finish lines and I'm like, stay away from me. Like, I won, I know, stay away from me. I can't be having any jumping down on my knees. That was the most embarrassing way for me to get hurt at the whole race. I've still got like some other scrapes and stuff or whatever. But yeah, my knee, you can't even see. It's like a little swollen, but it sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna go pick up my son from preschool. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'm gonna grow my beard back. I feel like with the basically what happened is I was trimming my beard and I fucked up and then I had to shave it off. So that's why we have this. And then I was basically what my wife said in the beginning. She heard me, so I don't need to repeat it. And yeah, I'm gonna go get him, and then we'll make these phone calls, and it'll be a fun diary. It won't be the shred diary dirt surfers, but next year it will be, and that'll be really sick. So yeah, enjoy these next phone calls I do to test customer service of various one-wheel companies. Okay, so it took me a minute to find some of these places' phone numbers. So we'll see if they work. And I figured I'm going to start with the Float Life because I have an issue that I emailed customer support about. Shout out Brandon. That's who I'm hoping answers the phone. He does all the customer service there and the shipping. I forget his official title. But he's great, and we're friends on Instagram, and he helps me out a lot. Sometimes I buy the wrong thing, and this is not the first time this has happened. So hopefully he can help me out. And yeah, I went to the Float Life website. It doesn't have their phone number anywhere on there, and but I searched for Float Life Sacramento, and then there's like citydata.com, which has a phone number that I'm going to try calling. So, let's see. So they might not answer. The Float Life customer care Gmail, FaceTime. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to call the phone number, which is 916 252 float. 4538. All right, let's see if this works.
Float Life, this is Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, this is Jeff McCosker.
That's me.
That's cool. You're like at the shop answering the phone. That's awesome, dude. This is Max from the Shred Diaries, and I was just calling.
Oh, what's going on, dude?
Yeah, I was just calling different companies to see what their customer service was like, and apparently you guys are top of the line with you answering the phone. That's amazing. And do you have?
Well, glad I picked up.
Do you have like 5 minutes to talk?
Yeah, I can make 5 minutes for you, Max.
Okay,
sure.
Awesome. Well, yeah,
Let me go fill up a kombucha to sip while we talk.
I was hoping that like Brandon would pick up or like someone at the shop, and that I wasn't expecting for this to be the Jeff McCosker interview. And I know you said that you despise phone interviews, so I won't make this terrible for you. Too bad.
All right, sounds good. And by the way, if you want me to pass the phone to Brandon, I can walk over to his office. No problem.
Yeah, I actually I talk to him all the time, and I emailed him because I bought the wrong thing from you guys. I meant to get cold blocks, but I got float box, and so I was gonna see if he could do the old switcheroo for me, because you guys have all these great products that are there. There's the chillers, or the you guys have 3 of the blocks, and I got the wrong blocks.
Yeah. Chillers are land surf, but yeah, we got a bunch of them.
Right. No, there's the cold ones and float blocks, and so I got float blocks, and I meant to get cold ones, but my mistake. This is actually not the first time I've emailed Brandon for ordering the wrong thing, just because my fingers get a little slippy sometimes. So it happens. So what's up? You have you are like the cool boss, and people can call this number and you answer, and then you'll like schedule tire changes and stuff.
So we actually don't do work on boards anymore here.
You don't? Oh shit.
So, like, we stopped doing that like maybe a year ago, maybe a little more than a year ago.
Oh wow. So what is that? I thought like you have a guy that works on boards though for you guys, right? Or is that just you do all that yourself?
So there's a guy who works here, Keaton, who
right.
works on boards in his own time after hours.
Okay.
But yeah, we don't do anything officially through the shop at all.
Just because you're focusing on other stuff?
Yeah, we're focusing on other stuff, and then just like Future Motion's gotten really lame about stuff with us, so it's like we just didn't want the headache anymore.
They gave you pressure to stop doing work on boards?
Well, we had multiple customers complain that like so we do a tire change, for example.
Right.
Well, here's a good example.
Also, yeah, I wasn't trying to do like a gotcha interview or anything with you either. I was just
No,
trying to talk to the
not at
customer
all.
service. But,
Yeah, I hear you. No, I'll just give you a quick rundown though. But it's like, you had a customer got a tire change from us, real straightforward. It's on a GT. Well, a couple months later, his axle snaps because it's a GT, and that's what GTs do. They got weak axles.
right.
So his axle snaps, and he sends the board into Future Motion, and they say, well, your axle snapped because of the tire change. And he's like, well, that doesn't even make any sense. And they're like, it totally does. And, Float Lights did this, and that's why your axle snapped. And he came back and he's like, Jeff, what are they saying? I'm like, okay, no, we didn't do that. Here's evidence that we didn't do that. Send it back to them and tell them that wasn't us.
Right.
Sends it back to them. They say, oh, did we say it was that? No, we actually meant it was this other thing that Float Lights did. And so he comes back to us and we say, no, we also didn't do that to the board. Here's evidence that we didn't do that to the board. Go ahead and send it back to him again. Sends it back to them again. They say, actually it wasn't that first thing or that second thing that we claimed it was after you proved us wrong twice. It was actually they didn't tighten a screw, and that's what happened. And we're like, well, fuck, we can't prove that we didn't tighten a screw all the way. And this is before they even had specs on that stuff. So it's just, it's so frustrating, anytime that something would break, they'd like throw us under the bus or whatever. So like, it's not even worth the headache anymore. Man.
This is, and you're talking about a customer that was dealing with their customer service, like emailing them back and forth or whatever, right?
Yeah. They basically make up a reason why it was our fault that the axle broke.
Right.
Even though the axle's on GPs all the time. And
right.
then we proved
it
wasn't our fault. Then they would come back and make up some other story about how it was a different thing. And then we'd prove that we didn't do that. And then they'd come back and just make up another story about how it was a different thing. And it just goes back and forth like this until you just can't fight them anymore.
Yeah.
It's just their MO. They've been doing it since the beginning of time.
Have you, at one point, you guys were like homies. And I know it's like, it's like the original One Wheel Beef is with you guys. And at one point there was like that, you were having a picnic and everyone was like hanging out and it seemed chill, but there's been like definitely like different vibes with all that lately. And I feel like that's got to be a real bummer for you, even like what you're saying with this customer saying that they're blaming you. Those are these are people that you talk to, like that were like the people at Future Motion were like your friends, presumably. Like you had a good relationship with them at some point,
Well, we've been trying to have a good relationship with them for like almost 8 years now.
Right.
And I've been trying, and they just keep seeing us as the enemy. And it's the weirdest thing because I've told them this so many times. I'm like, look, we're not your competition, man. Like, we have incentive to help you sell one wheels. There's like no place for us to put our parts if there's no one wheels. It's like they've told me a bunch of times, like, well, no, we're competitors. We're like Nike and you're like Adidas. And so I'm like, no. You guys are like Nike and we make shoelaces, dude. Like, if there's no Nike, there's no place for me to put my damn shoelaces. So we're not enemies, dude. I have incentive to help you guys sell one wheels. It's insane to me.
That's
and
really
so
sad.
After like almost 8 years of just trying to help, and them just screwing us over and, pushing back and all this, I'm just like, you know what? Fine. Like, we don't have to be friends then. It is what it is.
Right. So that's like literally what they told you. They made that comparison, and they being like whatever, just really.
Yeah, they've said that. So,
and you're not coming at them in a.
It is what it is, man.
Right. I'm sorry. That's such like.
Yeah.
Because I feel like what you give to the sport is invaluable, and like all the videos and everything, like it's just what keeps One Wheel like relevant and cool. Like without the float life, that's something that Rachel Cecil has said that I'm repeating. But like you guys keep One Wheel like in the cool realm, and it makes a big difference. All the videos and all the content and all the products, and it's all really cool. Undeniably cool. So I don't
But
know.
yeah, thanks, man. I mean,
I
we're
appreciate
trying to see it
everything.
as like a board sport. We're trying to see it as a board sport more than just like an electronic last mile mobility vehicle, which is sort of how Future Motion sees it. Whenever you hear them talk about it, it's always like, oh, the product, the product.
Right.
They talk about it like it's a product. They talk about it like they're a tech company selling a phone, and that's kind of how they run the business, which is a shame because it really needs to be run like as a board sport company with that future in mind. And it doesn't seem like a lot of times their decisions are made like that.
And so you said you're just kind of like you're over it. You're just like you're done with it. You tried working on it for 8 years, and now you're just kind of like you're not enemies, but you're just like done with trying to be their friend.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, I thought that we had a deal worked out a while back. We had a handshake deal agreement between us that they were going to start selling Float Life products. And then everything was all good. And then
they were going to sell your stuff.
So,
they were going to sell.
What it is.
They were going to sell your stuff, kind of like how they did with Function. You mean?
Well, no. So that was a little different. That was the problem that I had with it. So deal and everything was worked out with Kyle. Multiple meetings. Everything was all good to go. We're going to start slow with tires and go from there. And we was excited about getting WTF rails on board. Everything looked good. And then, last minute it was, oh, hey, actually, you got to meet with this other guy. You got to convince him now. And it basically boiled down to if they couldn't own our company, then they didn't want to work with us. So they just nuked the whole deal. Unless they could buy us and own us, they didn't want anything to do with us.
Right.
And I said, no.
So, I mean, this company is your baby, right? You said no way right away because it's something you've been, working on. You have your side. You're a horse farmer, right? Or you have a ranch. Is that right?
Yeah. We board horses out at our spot.
And the Float Life is your secondary thing, you would say, or is it your main thing?
Oh no, this is my main gig, man. This is what I do all day, every day.
So this is your baby. When they
fuel.
said that, it was like them saying that they would slaughter your horses or whatever. Like no way would you sell your baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen the way they run their company. I'm not interested in having Float Life run that way,
Right. Yeah. No, that's I mean, yeah, I feel you on that. Like why if it wasn't like a really good deal, it would have to be like a really, really good deal. And I guess if they didn't have it.
I don't know. Unlike many people, I'm not motivated by the money. So.
Oh, so there wasn't going to be even if they offered you like whatever $1 billion, you'd say no, this is my baby.
Not interested. Well, come on. I mean, $1 billion.
Right. I mean, who knows? Maybe Dave. Yeah. They might have offered Tahoe Dave $1 billion. He's walking around pretty good. I have no idea.
$1 billion.
Yeah, no.
Dave's great. We love Dave.
Right. And well, I'm sorry that all happened. Is there? I guess I was gonna ask something in my show that I like to do is try to help people with stuff. If there was a way that I mean I don't have a lot of influence or whatever, but I am I can talk to those dudes in a way that could maybe help your situation. I don't know what it would be. It would just be I don't know. If there was another way for it to go, the way it is right now doesn't feel great to you or to them probably. So maybe there is a way forward where everyone could be friends. And I know that's pretty hippy dippy and not realistic all the time, but maybe,
Oh no, I appreciate you wanting to help, Max. I mean, the best thing you can do is just encourage people to support third-party aftermarket communities.
Right.
Even if it's not us, go buy from people who are in it to help out the sport. And that people aren't just don't buy from the original manufacturer. Maybe there's a lot of other people out there who are super passionate, building super cool products, and it'd be awesome to support them. So
Right.
do that.
Well, that's an awesome thing for you to say. Also, I've noticed, I don't if you search, or maybe you know this, for Float Life, it's all of the ads, it's other people selling your stuff. And is that by design? Is is that profitable for you? Like more profitable for other people to sell your stuff than like buying directly from you, or if I click on like the Craft and Ride ad to buy bang bumpers or whatever, you know?
Oh no, I mean it's way less profitable for us.
It's
For
the same.
sure.
Oh,
But
it
like,
is.
I don't know. I'd rather work with everyone than work against them. Like, we're not just here on an island. It's like we all get further if we work together.
Right.
So, why not?
Right. Yeah, I was just, it's interesting how that works. Like, I think people, or that's a comment that I read too, like on Reddit or whatever, is like people are searching for the float life, and then it's like they have, I guess that's something Craft and Ride pays for, to have their Google ad presence, like the sponsorship, however it works with the algorithm, to throw them up there before you guys. But
Oh, those guys go hard on SEO, man.
right.
They're top notch on their SEO for sure.
That's okay. Yeah, I don't even. That's like above my head. I don't even understand how half of this stuff works. But I'm glad that still benefits you guys.
Yeah, I think it benefits everyone.
Right. Right. Rad. And well.
Yeah, I don't know. That is something that I feel like FM didn't really realize though. It's like for example, how they just don't let anyone sell one wheels if they sell anything that third party people sell. Like a bunch of dealers got dropped because they sell our stuff, which makes no sense at all to me. It's insane.
And you think that was like a personal thing, probably, or that's what it feels like?
But it's something they've always done. I mean, it's something they've always done. They put it in their contract a long time ago that like if you sell one wheels, you're not allowed to sell anything that like Float Life or Craft and Ride or like anyone else makes, or else they'll drop you and kill your contract.
Wow.
Which is crazy, but it's what it is.
Man, yeah, I wonder, like, for them to be able to keep going with this, and like if they want to appease to the mat and be sold like at REI or whatever, these stores, they have to, I don't know, they have to like be willing to see like how that helps grow the sport. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just going to continue to not acknowledge it and pretend like it doesn't exist.
Right. I wonder, so I do have a feeling like they have, they're probably going to watch this, which is interesting. Like I publish, like everything I publish, I'll get like some little, like the next day I said I was talking about like Adam Laser blocking me on Facebook, and then the next morning at like 6 a.m. he was messaging me. And I think they definitely have people that are watching this. So I think like maybe they'll hear you and be like, you know what, maybe we should reach out to him. And kind of like the same thing like with the Kyle Hansen interview. Like I think that like they can listen to or that's, it's a group of people that are talking about stuff, and yeah, maybe they can like understand. I give people like the benefit of the doubt though. Maybe they're watching this and they're like fuming and they're like, God, fuck Max, why is he calling Jeff? This is terrible. We're never gonna talk to him again. We hate Max now. Because I know.
Who knows, man?
Right.
Who knows?
Because are you guys, so you don't talk to any of those people anymore? They like, there was a time when you guys were like texting or chatting, but now you guys are just like not cool?
Yeah, look, man, I don't know. Apparently I'm the enemy, so like whatever. If they want to not like me, that's fine. So it is what it is.
I feel like I mean, I don't think of you as that. I don't think people in the community think of you as that. And maybe there's like one or two people over there that think that, But I wouldn't feel bad about that if I were you, because you're obviously just doing, your business, and you're a family man, and yeah, doing this for like, yeah, you said more than a paycheck, for the community, and just to create things that you want to use to have fun with. And I think that's really respectable.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah, no, yeah, I hope they watch this, and then I don't know, if they did reach out to you and said sorry, I'm sure you would be like, yeah, we can talk about it. You seem like a nice guy.
Well, I mean, it's one of those actions speak louder than words type things.
Right.
And then the question is like, who's going to reach out? Is it the marketing boys that actually don't really have a lot of sway in the company and don't make the big decisions, but I got nothing bad to say about those guys. Like,
Right.
yeah, you know, like it's who's the decision maker and who's not, you know?
Hmm. Right. Yeah, that's something that I feel like it's a group of people. It's not like we're saying Future Motion, like it's an umbrella of it's a whatever. It's this guy Julian, who's the COO, who's never shown his face, but is like, behind the cloud or whatever. And I feel like these people making the decisions are just normal people too. And I've never met them, but I don't know. You're a nice guy, and I think they could see that you're a nice guy. Like if One Wheel really does totally like fucking blow up, like right now it's still like pretty small, but if it does, then I think there would be like some shuffling of the people on top, and then it could eventually be like, you are like, they're doing like the documentary on how One Wheel started, and they're interviewing you, and you've got like your own seat at the chair of One Wheel, and you're the new
Well,
Julian.
Max, they just did a big 10-year documentary, didn't you see?
Oh, right. I did see that. Right.
And they had to go out of their way to not mention Float Life. I mean, hell, they even used some of my shots.
They used
Didn't
your
ask
shots?
and didn't give me credit, which was weird, but is what it is.
That's kind of fucked up. Have they? I feel like, yeah. You had what footage did they use of yours?
The stuff from Float Life Fest 1, there were a couple shots in there that were from directly from our channel. It was videos that I made on my honeymoon because my wife and I did our honeymoon out at Float Life Fest 1.
Well, that's kind of personal. I'm sorry, dude. That
weird.
sucks. That kind of like cuts deep a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I mean, I'm sorry. That sucks. Like, did you? What do you do when that happens? Like, what do? You like
You keep on keeping on, man.
Just keep on
If,
keeping.
I don't know if I took it as like a personal affront and got upset every time they did something kind of shitty, then I wouldn't get anything done, man.
Right.
So it's all good. We just keep on trucking.
Right. That's how. I mean, I have a hard time with that. Like doing this. Like a lot of people, hate on the fish islands and how it's distorting reality, and they hate my music, and they comment like whatever, all these hater things. And yeah, no, it's hard when people are mean to you and bullies, and especially if that like entity is something that like you spend so much of your life doing and reminded of, I'm sure. And that's awesome that like that you haven't like totally burnt out, even though like I know like so Kyle, he was like super bummed about it, right? And I know other people like Justin Leonard, who worked with Oak City Shred Solutions, and they did the electrolytes. He got like super burnt out on like One Wheel stuff, just from like being so immersed in it, and like whatever issues with One Wheel. So that's awesome that you're still doing it, man, and you've got a good attitude about it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna keep on keeping on. We got a lot of cool stuff coming too. We got a great team here now. It's like I got no complaints. Life is good.
Right. Love the team. Everyone that works for you. I met all the boys at Oak City the other weekend. They were super nice, and I love all of your racers. Big fans of all that. And Brandon, everyone that works for you, the whole team.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. We built quite the little crew here.
Yeah. And I said I'd talk to you for 5 minutes, but I feel like it's been longer than that. So I'm gonna. But I feel like
21 minutes and 34
this
seconds.
is gonna be its own episode. I was gonna like call up Craft and Ride and One Wheel Parts and all these people and just like talk to them for like a second, just to see like who would answer and what would happen. So I'm really glad I got.
Call him up, dude. I think Nick over at Craft and Ride actually answers when you call his phone.
Right, yeah, he sends their phone number is like all over. I had to search for this phone number. It was like I had to like this phone number was not easily available for me.
So. Oh, really? He's always sending out that thing that says like text the CEO directly. But maybe it's just like a Google phone type thing.
No.
I don't know.
This one that I'm calling you on right now, this number.
Oh, Oh, yeah, this one isn't super easy to find.
But I guess that's by
But it's
design
findable.
too.
But it's out there. It's out
Yeah.
there for sure. And it's on my email signature.
Yeah. Oh, is this a landline or your phone number?
This is my personal phone number.
Dude, I was not trying to call like your personal phone number either. I thought this was just the TFL shop. I should let you know
It
that.
is. It's both, man.
It's both.
It's both. I handle it all.
That's awesome. Yeah, I guess that's like what a lot of these guys do. So that's really sick. Awesome. Well, yeah, this is my number.
I should have set up a separate Google phone line for it, but you know what? I didn't since the beginning, and we're just rocking with it. It's all good.
That makes sense. I feel like nobody has landlines anymore. It wouldn't make sense to if there was like a shop where I thought like Keaton was going to answer or Brandon was going to answer or something, you know?
You think I'm gonna trust Keaton to answer our customer service phone line? Get out of here.
Well, I thought that you guys were doing tire changes and stuff too. But your day to day is mainly just like your day to day is more intense than I realized it was. And
No, I'm just giving Keaton a hard time. No, it'd be great if Brandon answered the phone, but he's so swamped. Like Brandon does so much dang work for us, so it's like if I give him a break and not have to have him answer the phone too, then that's totally cool.
Right. He's working on. That's awesome. Yeah, but he does all the shipping. I guess a lot of you guys wear a lot of different hats, and you have like your social media guys and your like factory guys, and that's really cool. I would love to come check out your shop next time in Sacramento.
You gotta. I mean, small business. You know, you gotta kind of do it all.
Awesome. And yeah, I thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. And I wasn't trying to like blow you up or put you on the spot or anything. If I knew that this was your like cell phone number, I would have like texted you or asked you to set up an interview or something. Or been a little more prepared.
Glad we got to connect.
Yeah, awesome. Well, yeah, this is my number. You can text me whenever you want too. We can talk about kid stuff. I also have a 2.5-year-old, and you know, we have a lot of other stuff in common too that we can talk about.
So, is it nap time right now? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, this is nap time. Gotta respect nap time. Word. All right. Well, yeah. Actually, yeah. He's probably waking up soon. And yeah. Thank you so much. This will be. I'll do the rest of the show another day. This is just gonna be my own special little episode with you, my surprise Jeff interview.
Hey, there we go.
So, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate you.
All right. Check you later.
All right. Later, buddy. Okay. So yeah. Oops. Jeff McCosker interview. Was not ready for that. Pretty cool though, right? I am. Yeah, I feel like I couldn't just like not do that. Now I'll have to do like a different rest of the episode. Like I can't just like call Future Motion right now, can I? Would that be weird? And be like, hey, is that weird? I was not prepared to do that. Alright. So I feel like that would be putting them on the spot, and then they would be getting mad at me. I think this should just be the end of this video. This is probably like a 30-minute video, and then we'll do the next Shred Diary whenever that happens. And I can still do my original thing of I can still call those other companies, but all right. So yeah, thanks again, Jeff. I would have been more prepared and thought of like interesting stuff to talk about, but here I am. Anyways, thank you for watching. Yeah. That's just sometimes what happens on the Shred Diary. You go to call up somebody and you get somebody else. And yeah. All right. Peace.